All right, guys, good morning. It is bright and early. It's like about 7:30-ish, something like that, so it's not super early. Gonna do an impromptu towing video with the Suburban here. Haven't had a chance to really take it out and tow with it other than like a little trip that I took a little while ago. And so bright and early, we got her set up. I had to back it in just to get the trailer tires all even. The pressures weren't too bad. It was about 32 all the way around. I brought it up to about 38 just because I'll have a little bit of weight on it. I got a couple of things I got to take here with it, but I'll give you my 2 cents on what I think here of how she tows. Empty so far. I've been very pleased with it, but we'll have a little bit of weight on it, and I'll just give you the play-by-play. So let's get going. All right, so we're rolling, guys. Got the trailer in tow. I aired it up, stopped at Wawa, got some grub that wasn't good for me. I mean, damn, this is a cheap plug for Wawa, but these sizzly sausage waffle, egg and cheese things with the waffle, whoo, wowie, they are good, man. It's part of the reason I look the way I do now. But anyway, I'm on my way down to the farm, and you hear me say farm. I don't own one. Yes, I would love to have one someday. Right now, if you've been alive in the last 4 years, buying land or buying a house, really buying anything as of late, it's been pretty ridiculous from a cost perspective with insurance and just interest rates and everything else going on. Just absolutely astronomical. So unfortunately, I've had to curb that for a while, but I got some ideas of what I want to do, so I'm not it's not totally dead yet. It's just I'm gonna have to make some tough decisions, which the big decisions often require tough decisions. But for now, my wife boards a horse down there, or she leases a horse, so you can actually lease a horse. I'm not going to get into all of that, but ultimately, she pays for the horse. The owner's farm, they take care of the horse for us based on the price. They feed them, they take care of it. Then she and other people can lease, but like during the period of time, she's the only one who really competes with them, and she does barrel racing, barrel racing, but also jumping too. It's been a long time since I've done anything on the horses. Well, we used to own a couple horses way back, and we kept them at somebody else's farm. So let me adjust this a little bit. Sorry about that. And it was a lot of fun until we had kids, and then it became very difficult to constantly do that. Someday, we may be able to get back there, but for now, we're heading down. We got an empty trailer in tow. I barely feel it. Interestingly enough, I'm going to do, this is like a mega upload. This is the 11,697 mile review. So we'll call it the 10,000 mile plus review. And, my thoughts on the truck, do I regret getting it, et cetera and so forth, and also just kind of towing with this. I'm not carrying anything super heavy. I got a couple of like carts and things like that that they just don't have room for. This is like moving day. So when I mentioned that farm, we're moving everything out of the current farm and moving it to up near Piccadilly Inn on 206. That probably doesn't mean anything to anyone around other than some New Jersey folks, but it is the universe's best wings. I don't give a shit if you're from Buffalo. It don't matter. These are the best wings on the planet. I've been going to this place since I was a wee lad, and it'll be very convenient that it's literally right down the street from it. So, but I've got my car trailer. They need some help towing some stuff that isn't like horse related or like super heavy equipment. So I don't know how many runs I'm going to make, but it gives me a good excuse to talk to you guys. All right, so now we got some time together. Laid the groundwork here for what this episode's going to be about. I'll give you my, the 10,000 mile review. Done first oil change on it. That was a freebie from GM. All went well. Also, I want to sneak in here too. A gentleman on YouTube asked about the exhaust. You tell me. I've been driving, talking to you. It's there. It's a Corsa Performance exhaust. It's the dual side exit because I don't have the cutouts like the rosettes in the back bumper that let you exit with the dual exhaust. I love it. It is, you know, when you first started in the morning, it's a lot. Like, so hopefully you're good with your neighbors. But the thing sounds badass, and I'll stick it to the side of the car when we're towing here. We'll get a little bit of video with that so you can actually get a little bit of action there. But I only have, I didn't realize I had a second camera in my bag here, so I could have put it outside when we're towing. But I'll get some video of that so that you guys have something to, so you can listen to while it's under load. But you know, inside the car, I don't have a problem with it. My kids sleep all the time in this thing, so I don't think there's an issue with the sound inside. Outside, it sounds great. It really does. Well, I'll give you might get some road noise here. Like, it's very windy today, so my apologies, but it sounds great. If I get an overpass, I'll let you have it. But it is very windy today. Warmer though, because it's yeah, see, and I'm in tow haul mode, so it's holding gears longer. So it will be more obnoxious on the sound, but I love it. I think it sounds great. I would not change a thing. I think it gives it muscle. I get a ton of compliments on this truck. You know, specifically, I think the exhaust is what really helps it, because people, you know, they hear it fire up and they're like, "Oh man, what's going on with that?" It's 5.3. That's all it is. And I'm gonna get the comments, "Oh, I'm sorry, you got the 5.3, whatever." Like, I have had 5.3s in the past. I have had zero issues with them. Now that I said this, essentially, is probably gonna blow up today, but I have had no issues with the 5.3 from a power standpoint and towing. I've towed cars with it. I've towed cars heavier than, you know, my vehicle on there. I remember on my red truck, I towed multiple Catalinas, like they're 4,000 pound plus cars. I tow the SS with this. I'll be doing that again when we go racing here in a few months. I'll cover that too. Got some cool news on that. But overall, I love this truck. You know, I will always wish my GMC, because I think that diesel was really cool. I think, like, for the use case of this type of stuff, you know, it would have been absolutely awesome. But, you know, for the daily driving, it definitely started showing some limitations in what, you know, and what it could be. It was an awesome truck. And I mean, it was everything that I needed for driving 200 and something miles a day, right? It was the perfect vehicle for that. It didn't give me a single issue. When I was driving 7 miles every day and really not letting it warm up, you could start to see some weird things. Like, I was consuming DEF and stuff like that. For this, it's a good old, you know, internal combustion engine. Yes, it does have the displacement on demand, so that's when you'll hear the weird burble occasionally when you're slowing down. That is the displacement on demand that's doing that stuff. For the from the power perspective, plenty of power. Yeah, it's you know, it's obviously not as fast as a 6.2 liter, but also, guys, you know, you got to be a little bit realistic. You got a massive vehicle here, not necessarily known for its handling ability. Maybe not be a total a-hole and drive like 100 miles an hour with it all the time. It's not the most nimble. I've got other cars to do that. For what I want to do with this thing, zero regrets. No regrets. And this truck, comfort, from a comfort perspective, I've driven to Florida from Jersey and back in like a 3-day period. Had a meeting, back the next day after that, so 3 days total. Driven to Ohio with it. The fuel economy is pretty darn decent for what this thing is. I really don't have too much of a concern with that. Hold on here, we gotta get out of the way here. But from a like that, it's got a pretty big fuel tank too, just from that perspective. Like, I think, and I'm trying to remember how many times I filled up. I think, to be honest with you, I think I only filled up 3 times going out to Ohio. Like, I was full tank, filled it before I left. I filled it when I got there. I drove around a decent amount while we were out there because we went to a couple different things, and then drove back home, started on that tank, and then kind of filled up somewhere. I want to say just as we were leaving Ohio. It snowed quite a bit while we were out there. I fell and busted my ass while I was out there, and that was awesome. The heated seats were great on my back when I laid out, sliding out of the car. Yeah, my wife got a good kick out of that. But overall, 0 problems with it. I've got the internet in the car. Now, a lot of these things aren't really revolutionary to this vehicle, because pretty much all the GM vehicles have it, but, excuse me, fat guy burp. Had to have my breakfast, get that fat guy burp in. But from the perspective of how good this vehicle drives, and how comfortable it is for the long excursions, I don't have a single problem with that. So, there hasn't been a single thing. I think the first thing actually just happened today. I've got like a front crash avoidance sensor that I guess is blocked, so I got like a little thing on my dash. That's the first kind of semi-warning light. I'll have to take a look at that and see what it is, but it's not stopping the vehicle from driving. So, let me see, what else do we want to cover here? I should have reset this. Shame on me. I should have reset it from a mileage perspective. What I will do is set it when I get down there and I'm fully loaded, and I'll give you a guesstimate on it. Like, this trailer's 2,400 to 2,500 pounds, so I'll give you a guesstimate on weight for that, and then we'll figure out what we do from there from the fuel economy perspective. I'll reset the ticker, and that'll be about as best as I can do for that, because I didn't reset anything once I filled up. I'm a little bit incoherent this morning because I haven't been feeling great the last couple days. The general plague is running through my house, and I've been fighting it off, but today I'm a little bit off today. So okay, so what else? The infotainment, awesome. No problems with that. It's worked beautifully. I use the Waze app for my stuff, so I don't use that app on it. My kids keep trying to get me to get one of those boxes that let you watch TV on it, but they got their iPads, and the internet works awesome. I got a great deal, bought it for a year. I'll renew it for a year on there, and it works really well. Like, I've noticed that it does, and I don't know if they've improved it in the latest vehicles, but the internet, especially in a lot of these areas where I go for, like, the horse park, the horse farm, the internet is not the greatest. Like, the phone line is not the greatest there, so you do drop calls, but the internet stays pretty darn stable on this thing for quite a while. And seats, super comfortable, like I said. I took my mom out for that long ride. No complaints. She was very comfortable. That was really, believe it or not, the primary reason I got rid of my truck in the first place, was because, my mom was having difficulty getting in and out of the vehicle. And, the cloth seats were comfortable, but it was a bench seat in the back, and like, everybody was jammed in like sardines. This has the third row, tons of room. My sons, they traded off sitting in the back there, but I didn't hear a single complaint about sitting back there. It's got the dual zone climate control. And this is just like, my elevation was kind of like a mid-grade Sierra when I got it. This guy is an RST. It's like a performance-y type of thing, but in reality, it's like I'll call it a solid middle-of-the-road option for this vehicle. It's got a lot of great amenities. I didn't even option anything. It was really like, hey, I really like this one. I picked a great day to be there. It was literally the last day of the month. I didn't think I was going to be getting a vehicle. They got me a really good deal. I got no complaints. So, yeah, that's just about it, guys. We're gearing up for a pretty big snowstorm here in the next couple of weeks. At the end, not next week, not like this coming week, but the following week, they're projecting a possible very, very large snowfall. So you're going to see another video of this on there, but let's let's kind of now like switch the conversation over to the towing. So I've been pulling for a little bit on this. I can tell you right off the bat, the ride quality is superior to the standard live axle setup of the previous generations. I had I want to say it was a 2017, but it might have been a 2014 or 15 Suburban, and it was like I want to say it was like an LS or LT. That was a 5.3. That had I think it was it the 6-speed? No, I think it was an 8. It was an 8-speed transmission in it, and I haven't talked about the 10-speed. And that's awesome, love it. But the that towing, especially when I was towing the SS with it, you would get really bad bounce. And I don't know if it was because of the driveline angle changing so much that the vibration was induced by my own drive shaft. But this guy, because it's a independent rear suspension, the drive shaft, the driveline angle doesn't change. The suspension moves a little bit, but this trailer's like 2,400 pounds. It's minimal tongue weight right now, but I don't feel like it's maybe it did squat a little bit because I had to adjust my mirror, but other than that, I feel a little thump, like a little kind of like, but that's just because the trailer's there. Be interesting to see, and obviously you'll be here with it when I get some load on it to see if that gets any worse or better. But it's so minimal compared to the original live axle version that I am very excited to have, to tow for long distances now. So it was great. It was good to get like some mileage on it, get some speed on it. The one thing I could tell you about the live axle versions of it, if you'd have to kind of hunt for a speed where the vibration really wasn't that bad. Now, you shouldn't be towing at like 85, 90 miles an hour. That's dumb. I'm not going to say I've never done that though. But I can tell you most of the time I keep to like, the speed limit or like maybe 5 above, just depending on the flow of traffic. This guy, I've been hunting around, the speed limit's been 60, it's been anywhere from 50 to 60 miles an hour. Right now it's 55 miles an hour, and I'm just kind of keeping with the flow of traffic. It's great. I know it's back there, but it's not like it's straining for it to be back there. With it back there, it drives very, very true. It's very comfortable. It doesn't like nose down really hard. So, believe it or not, it actually is nose down less than what my Sierra did when I put the trailer on it. Now, granted, I've almost always had the truck, the SS on there, so I'll have to do a video with the SS on there to give you a really true one-to-one comparison. But, yeah, awesome. We're gonna, I'll get you guys, I'll bring you guys back as soon as we get to the farm. Give you an idea of the old place. This is the old place, and then I'll be taking a lot of stuff to the new place for them. I don't know how many trips I'm going to make, but I'm hoping just one. But, yeah. So, stay tuned, and we'll get this guy loaded up when we get there, and we'll see what's doing. So here we are, we're pulling up here, getting everything loaded in, last day at the farm, and moving to the new farm here. So I'm pulling in, and we'll see where I need to be. But I got to meet up with somebody. I'll give you a couple, kitty. Chunky kitty boys. Got a nice big pile of food. Ugh, grody. Alright, I'm gonna find a spot and see what I need to do here. All right, guys, I'm here at Lay Farm. I'm loaded up, not nearly as much stuff as I expected, so the weight's not going to be anywhere near what I originally intended. I'd say if I added another, like a couple 300 pounds, maybe that'd be it. But that's, all I got is a boat, some troughs. I thought I was going to have to carry some additional things, but I was mistaken. So here's the other part of the setup is the riding arena. And I don't know what else I'm supposed to be grabbing, but coming down here, help this guy out. I'm here at the new place. This place is absolutely gigantic. It goes way, way, way back. There, our horse is like right that guy. Right there, I think. I gotta go out there and take a look, see how it's here. Beautiful out here. Unseasonably warm for December. You wouldn't know it. But here's the tank. I hauled what I had to haul. I'm gonna come out here and try to walk through the field here and see if I can get what I need to get. There's the barn, where there's the stable, where they're gonna keep the horses, when they gotta tack them and everything. And then the riding arena is right back there, the red brick, so right there. So pretty damn nice out here. I'll definitely be doing some fun stuff out here. What are we doing? Oh, yes sir. Yes sir. Yes sir. Got a lot going on there, a lot of rubbish. Feeling good. Oh damn. There we go. That's the stuff. Yep. How are you? You like it here? Hey, Tim. No, Tim wants some time. What are you doing? You staking it up? Big old out there. You trying to get the bites? You trying to get the bites in? He's trying to get the bites in. Hey, buddy. This guy's being a jerk today and not letting the other horses get pets. He's like, there you go. Yeah, I'll give you kind of the wrap up right here, because I don't think there's anything else to say about the truck. The Suburban, tow great, no issue with the independent rear suspension or the 5.3. So I'm sold. Obviously I bought it, but I think it's an awesome truck. I highly recommend it. The whole issue with figured out what that was with the issue with the crash avoidance. That was because of the trailer. But it's been awesome. I think we're gonna call it a video right here. If there's anything else you guys want to see, let me know. But that's a wrap, guys. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more great vids. Take care.